All right, so another week means another full guide video. I have the entire steps that you guys need to be following if you're trying to get your hands on the brand new NICO'S YARNCASTER. This can be a pretty complicated thing. We just went through pretty much a 4-hour stream trying to compile an entire list for you guys. Lots of sacrifices were made and a lot of fails were also made, but we finally have the entire list, and I'm going to give you guys the full breakdown on what you need to do starting from the very beginning. Now, to those of you that are new players, remember that you need to make your way over to vertigo in order to make your way inside of the depths. To do this, it's actually quite simple. For one, you'll need to basically just drive around until you find yourself a whirlpool that has a water spout coming out of it. It's super easy to find these, at least for the most part. Do not get them confused with regular whirlpools. You'll know 100% whether you're playing on performance or not because there's basically a trail of water that's coming out of it. Once you jump into that, you'll be teleported inside of vertigo. In here, it's very simple. All you have to do is just complete the entire bestiary in order to move on to the depths. To do that, just go ahead and jump all the way down here. This entire area down here will have basically the entire bestiary, except for maybe like 2 or 3 fish that you need to fish out of a whirlpool in the main world. Moral is, just go ahead and complete this entire bestiary here, and then your next goal is obviously going to be to get your hands on a depth key. To get that, you also fish it from right down here. Get your hands on that. You'll need to get it one time, and then you can go ahead and travel right over here to the side, climb up these blocks right here. Once you're up here, talk to this NPC with the key in your hand. The key will go into this door, and this will go ahead and swing open. At this point, you can then go ahead and just travel across the obstacle here. Keep in mind that with the new glider, you can basically go ahead and just go straight across. You don't need to do the entire obstacle. And then just keep walking through this crack in the wall right here, and you've officially made it into depths. At this point, you will then jump up here and with that same glider, go all the way across towards the merchant that is standing right across from us. From this location, make a right-hand turn. Keep in mind that in order to enter the next area that we are going to be checking out, you will need a enchant relic, specifically with the chaotic mutation on it. To get that, you need to have the chaotic enchant on a rod, and I believe it's like an 8% chance for you to be able to get chaotic mutation on that enchant relic. Either way, let's assume that you have your chaotic enchant relic. Just go ahead and jump right where this waterfall is, turn around, you're going to see a catwalk right over here. Sort of follow along this catwalk all the way to the end and walk straight through this tunnel. At this point, you will be teleported into the... Ain't no way that this cat just pushed me right back out the portal. As I was saying, once you arrive here, you've officially made it to the beautiful Crystal Cove. Please make sure that you do not touch the water. It will instantly kill you and send you right back to Moosewood, or obviously wherever your innkeeper is. Go ahead and jump on every single one of these until you make it to the black one right over here. Place your chaotic enchant relic right on this pedestal, and you will unlock the music venue. Travel behind it, jump across, and you'll notice that this hatch back here is now open. Jump inside, and as soon as you enter, right in front of you, you will find the crazy cat lady. This is where the entire quest begins. In total, you're going to have to follow 3 different steps, and all 3 steps are also going to give you completely randomized riddles. There's a total of 5 riddles per step, equaling a total of 15 riddles that you can go ahead and obtain. And I have the full list for you to make this hopefully as easy as possible. As you can see on the screen right now, I went ahead and took a screenshot of this, but basically the way that this list works right here is that the first portion all the way up to the equal sign right over here, that is the riddle that you are looking for. Everything that's after the equal sign is the answer of what you need to find in order to bring back to the NPC. In my case, I ended up getting the riddle that says, intricate patterns light the abyss below, reflections of art bathed in a cerulean glow. For this, I had to bring back a Atlantean mosaic swimmer. I'll rapid fire through all these answers very, very quickly in case you aren't aware where to find some of these. So let's start off with, if you get the first one right over here, which is an emperor among coral, you need to get yourself a coral emperor that has the abyssal mutation. Coral emperor can be found at the Grand Reef, and the abyssal mutation can be obtained with either Rod of the Depths, Abyssal Spectre Rod, and obviously with the Abyssal Enchant. Your best results here are going to obviously be to use the Rod of the Depths, so that way you have a 30% chance on getting Abyssal. If you're you're interested in taking the appraisal route, just keep in mind that it is a 0.16% chance to be able to get Abyssal on that Coral Emperor. Next up, if you have in Glassbound Night where starlights weave, your answer is going to be a shiny Celestial Koi. To obtain the Celestial Koi, you need to go to the sunken depths inside of Atlantis. The shiny, I don't really think I need to explain that. You guys know there's many different ways. You can use a shiny totem, you can go to the appraisal, plenty of different ways for you to be able to get that. Don't really think I need to explain it. Next up, within Poseidon Storm, answer for this is the Electric Void Angler. For this one, the Void Angler can be found at Grand Reef, specifically at the Atlantean Storm. As for the electric mutation, you can get that from having the Storming enchant, which gives you a 50% during an in-game rainstorm. Or of course, if you want to take the appraisal route, it is a 0.47% chance. Next up, Wing Through Sunlight. Answer for this is a shiny flying fish. I wish I had a better answer for you, but realistically, this can only be found in the ocean, more specifically during the nighttime. So good luck with that one. And of course, like before, to get shiny, I've already gone over. And now finally, the one that was giving me a hard time, which is Intricate Patterns Like the Abyss Below. This one, you are looking for an Atlantean Mosaic Swimmer. For the Mosaic Swimmer, you'll be making your way over to Atlantis once again, specifically the Ethereal Abyss Room. And then of course, for the Atlantean mutation, you really only have one option here, being the Trident Rod at a 30% chance. Now, once you have successfully done all of that, your very first reward is going to be the Sacred Cat Lantern, which you've probably already seen. It is right on my shoulder here. Very, very cool. It doesn't really do anything too interesting. It is just sort of like a cosmetic piece. Now we move on to step 2. For step 2, it is going to be the exact same thing as step 1. You're going to be given a brand new riddle that you'll have to find on this list right here. So let's start off with the beginning. If you have with a carrot in its beaks, the answer is going to be a carrot prismatic parrotfish. The prismatic parrotfish can be found inside of Mariana's Veil, specifically the calm zone. I've explained this numerous times before, but I know that it is sort of a pain to sort of travel around, you know, inside of Mariana's Veil. So make sure that you guys do pick up a traveler's whistle. You can get this from the traveling merchant. If you've completed the bestiary in that area, you can go ahead and just instantly teleport over to the calm zone for 200,000 cash. As for the carrot mutation, you do need to have a carrot rod in order to be able to do this, and it'll be a 5% chance to get a carrot. Next up is in pastel hues where soft light gleams. Answer for this is a shiny mosaic opalescent catfish. If you do end up getting this one, lucky for you, because you actually get this here inside of the Crystal Cove, but of course you do need to get it shiny and mosaic. And the sad reality is that there's only 2 ways for you to be able to do this. You either naturally go ahead and fish it up mosaic, which if you do, good for you. You can just go ahead and get it shiny. But if not, it looks like you're making your way over to the appraisal and you're going to have to get shiny and mosaic both from the appraisal. And to get mosaic, it is a 0.36% chance. Next up is in the Shadowed Altar. This one is the Frozen Umbral Shark. This one is actually found inside of Keeper's Altar, where you go to basically enchant all of your rods. And then for Frozen, all you have to use is an Arctic Rod. It's a 100% chance to get Frozen Fish. So this one is actually a pretty easy one, and it's the one that I ended up with. But just keep in mind, it is a legendary, so it might take you a little bit of time. Next up, we have in Twilight's Hush, their ashen glow unveils hidden paths and ruins where mystery prevails. This one is going to require a Ashen Fortune Twilight Glowfish. This is actually a funny one because someone in my stream said that a Twilight Glowfish does not exist in the game. That is obviously not the case. But yes, you'll find this inside of Atlantis, specifically the Sunken Depths. For the Ashen Fortune mutation, you have 2 options here, either the Volcanic Rod at 20% or the Magma Rod at 10%. And finally, for part 2, you have in the Quiet Deep. Answer for this is a Lunar Midnight Axolotl. For the Midnight Axolotl, you're going to make your way over to Desolate Deep, specifically the Pocket. And for the Lunar mutation, there's actually a couple of different ways that you can get your hands on this. If you were around for the Astral Rod or for the Event Horizon Rod, you can go ahead and catch it with that at a 5% chance. Or it could be fished up naturally during a Moonlit Mirage at a 0.63% chance. But I mean, honestly, at that point, you also kind of just may as well go to the appraisal because it's also a 0.63% chance to get it at the appraisal. So it's really up to you. But either way, once you've successfully done that, as a reward, you will be given NICO'S Yarncaster for completing the second step. Stats on this is 65% lure speed, 75% luck, 0.1 control, 35% resilience, with a 10,000 max kg. Now, the thing with this rod is that it sort of has a passive where it increases its quote unquote power if you have the bobber, which you also get from the third step. So technically speaking, if you really wanted to, you could just stop right here if you're a rod collector. But if you really want to finish the entire thing, you can go ahead and complete step 3, which we're going to go over in a second. But I would like to point out that one of the passives that this rod does actually have is the fact that you're able to get the Scrunkly mutation as well as NICO'S Niantics. Scrunkly has a 2x cell value, while Niantics has a 5x cell value. In combination with the bobber that we are about to get for the third part, it also adds a chance that the cat will grab you and pretty much push you around everywhere. You've probably seen it happen in the background. I mean, it's literally happening right now. But yeah, there's a chance that it'll quite literally push you into like lava or even into the Crystal Cove water. It's crazy. Additionally, it also goes ahead and allows you to fish up the NICO'S Niantic. So basically, if you don't have the bobber, there's a chance that the cat can give you it. But if you do have the bobber, then you can go ahead and fish up the mutation. Can't really give you the percentages right now because they're not really like public information yet. But once I get them, I'll go ahead and update the top of the comment section. Let's move on to part 3. All right, so here we are for part 3. If you got yourself a fleeting anomaly hops through the deep, the fish that you're looking for is an anomalous rabbit fish. The rabbit fish you can obtain inside of the arc area, sort of like in the ocean. You guys know where you would get like the destiny rod, for example. That's exactly where you get the rabbit fish. And for anomalous, you need to have the anomalous enchant, which then allows you to catch it at a 20% chance. Next up, we have marks like constellations adorn its regal crest. The answer for this one is celestial deep crown fish. To get the deep crown fish, you need to make your way over to Atlantis, sunken depths once again. Celestial mutation, on the other hand, is going to require you to have the celestial rod. Or of course, you could also technically wait during a Heavenly Sparkles admin event, but I don't really know how often that happens. I would just get the celestial rod. Next up, we have In the Dark Depths. This one is going to require a darkened ancient depths serpent. Don't really think I need to explain this one, but an ancient depths serpent is found in the depths during a absolute darkness event. You quite literally can't miss it. It'll make a nice little big pool that you can go ahead and fish inside of to get the ancient depth serpent. Darkened, on the other hand, there's a couple of different ways you can get it. You can either get it with the Duskwire rod at a 68% chance, or you can get it with the Noir enchant at a 50% chance. If you decide to take the appraisal route, it is a 0.95% chance to get it. Next up, we have the Hexed and Serpent-like. Answer for this is a Hexed Aura Fish. In the case of the Aura Fish, there's a couple of different places that you can go for this. Ancient Isles, Atlantis, Mush Grove, Forsaken Shores. Like I said, there's a couple of different places that you can go for the aura fish, so it's really up to you and whatever works for you. In the case of the Hex mutation, you obviously have the no life rod and the original no life rod. Obviously, better chances with the no life rod at a 50% chance and a 20% chance for the original one. If you take the appraisal route, it is a 0.47% chance to get it. And now, finally, we have the Frost Wrought Blaze Beneath Mirrored Skies. This one is going to require you a Scrunkly Aurora Trout. I'm not going to lie, this is probably the worst one that you can end up with, and that is because the Aurora Trout is obtainable inside of Northern Expedition, specifically the Cryogenic Canal. Scrunkly mutation is literally obtainable with the brand new rod. That rod that you got in the second step being NICO'S Yarncaster, that is how you get that Scrunkly mutation. Now, as I mentioned before, once you've completed that, you will get obviously the Clownfish cat toy. This is what that looks like right down there. Pretty cool little setup, especially, you know, probably for like all my girls out there and all of the, you know, people that like cats, all the boys out there that are big cat lovers. Yeah, if that's your thing. Personally, I'm more of a carbon kind of guy, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, man, at that point, you have now officially completed it. You've been able to get your hands on the Yarncaster. Congratulations. Next up, I will have a full guide, obviously, for the fabulous rod. So make sure that you guys do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on this video if you do enjoy it. Thank you to every single one of you that were in the stream for the full 4 hours. I appreciate it so much, man. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this off right here so that way I can get you guys this guide as quick as possible, even though technically speaking, my list is like floating around in the, Discord and stuff like that. But if you do end up watching this, I appreciate it. Thank you. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this off right here. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see maybe a little bit of content with Nate's blade over here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.